All right, let's welcome Jed Diekfuss from the Department of Kinesiology. The topic of Jed's presentation is the influence of attentional focus on neuroplasticity following a 7-day balance training intervention.
So we've all seen the new ads and commercials for new apps such as brain games, Luminosity, even Candy Crush that are supposed to challenge our mind and change our brain. Now, all these apps haven't been put through the rigor of experimental study. The general premise that challenging our mind can change our brain is mostly true. And the buzzword associated with this is neuroplasticity, which can be defined as our brain's ability to change its structure and function. Now, unique to previous work and what's often seen in popular media, I'm not only attempting to challenge the mind, but also challenge the body through a specialized balance training intervention. Now, we know from motor behavior research that if performers utilize an external focus of attention, it seems to enhance balance control. And what I mean by this is if you can get individuals to stop worrying about the position of their knees, the position of their feet, and get their attention away from the body towards the environment, it seems to enhance learning of balance and improve balance control. Unfortunately, we don't really know why this is the case. Particularly from a neural level, we know the brain sends signals throughout the body. Thus, the purpose of my dissertation is to explore the neural mechanistic changes attributed to attentional focus. And to do this, I'm using something called resting state connectivity to look at the brain before and after just a week-long training intervention. So essentially, and as seen behind me, I have participants come to an MRI scanner, which is essentially just a big magnet that can non-invasively look inside the brain. I scan everybody's brain, and then I have them come to the lab and stand on one of these movable balance platforms for 1 hour a day for 7 straight days. However, I randomly assign the groups into an external focus and an internal focus condition. During the internal focus condition, I consistently remind participants to focus on keeping their feet level, whereas in the external focus, I consistently remind them to focus on keeping the board level, a very subtle yet powerful manipulation. This is evidence to the results that I've found up to this point. Specifically, I've found that those that practice with an external focus, in blue here, improve their balance control by nearly 100%, while simultaneously increasing various connections between motor, visual, and sensory regions, which suggests that the brain is better and more efficient at processing that sensory information and sending those signals throughout the body. Now, so what? What does any of this mean? Well, first and foremost, we can add to the neuroplasticity buzzword that it's not only cognitive training that changes the brain, but it's also motor training, specifically balance training. We also know from injury, illness, aging, and disease, balance control can diminish. We know from older adults and from other literature that people can fall. And we also know that connections within the brain can deteriorate. Thus, this manipulation and these results could be a very easy and simple way to change performance and ultimately improve the brain in various clinical populations. Lastly, and just kind of a takeaway, so when you download a new game on your phone or a new app such as Luminosity or Brain Games, maybe you could take that, stand on a balance board, use an external focus, and improve balance control and positively change the brain. Thank you.